Good afternoon. I am Renee Nessler, staff representative for Local 1110. And again, I want to thank you for all of your support and being out here today. I can't tell you how meaningful it is when we're going under some very uncertain times. Your support is needed to win this fight. It's great to look out there and see so many familiar faces, such as delegates from the Bloomington Normal Trades and Labor Assembly, members of the ISU Solidarity Coalition, McLean County Democrats, Jim Rogel, McLean County District 4, ISU Young DSA, ISU College Democrats, ISU Student Government Association, Peoria DSA, Starbucks Workers United from Peoria, McLean County Young Democrats, Illinois Alliance for Retired Americans, Sharon Chung, who's also a union member and currently seats McLean County District Board, District 7. She's also running for House Seat 91. Former Local 1110 retired President Randy Hartman. So great to see him today. We also have members from UAW, Carpenters, IBEW, SEIU Local 73, Carla Bailey Smith, who's also a union member running for State House 97. The list goes on. We have support to win this, and we can. We also have supporters that were not able to make it today, but send their regards. One of them is Senator Dave Kaler, and he sent the following statement. I stand with AFSCME workers who are trying to bargain a contract to protect themselves and their families. I urge all parties to let the process work and to negotiate something fair to everyone. Thank you, Dave Kaler. Also, the Bloomington Normal NAACP also sends their support and regret not being able to have a representative here today. So keep the support coming because we need it. I'm now going to turn it over to someone who I have had the honor to get to know in the last couple years. He has become an inspiration to many of us through his leadership along with others in winning their first contract last fall here at ISU. Please welcome Stephen Lazaroff from ISU Grad Workers Union, SEIU Local 73.
No justice! No justice!
No peace!
Let's make sure they can hear us in there. No justice!
No peace!
All right, that's cool. Hey y'all, I'm Stephen Lazaroff. I'm a second-year PhD student in the English department and a member of the ISU Graduate Workers Union that just won our first contract in the fall. In large part due to many of you, right? And the solidarity that we received across campus, especially from AFSCME Locals 32, 36, and 1110. But I want to talk today a little bit about ISU's priorities. Because as much as the executives who make up the ISU admin want us to think about the budget like the weather, like it's a law of nature, these priorities are made by people, and it can be remade by people like us, and AFSCME 1110, and 3236, and the GWU, and the future unions that emerge on campus. Sorry, I went off script there. Not a good idea. Okay. But ISU is sitting on an endowment of $195 million.
I'm just here to listen.
They make an annual rate of return on this, from what I just looked up before I came up here, of like 28%. That's about $55 million. So don't let anyone tell you that ISU doesn't have the money. They have it, they just do other things with it. And so we're going to talk a little about that. Instead of a fair contract for 1110, ISU pays $375,000 a year annually to President Terry Goss Kinsey. This does not include the $50,000 a year rubber stamp bonus she will receive, nor does it include the $40,000 moving fee she received to move into a home on a golf course she doesn't even pay a mortgage on. I think it's pretty convenient that the parking spot for the president is empty right now. Looks like someone took an early day off. Instead of paying a fair contract for 1110, ISU pays Director of Labor Relations Mike Kruger Yeah. Let's give that name a lot of attention in the coming months. People should know who that is. He makes $150,000 a year. Kruger's entire job on campus is to make sure people do not get paid. He is at the epicenter of ISU's relations of production of poverty, misery, and suffering. He is the person who works day in, day out at the negotiation table so that 1110 won't get paid. Instead of a fair contract for 1110, ISU spends $5.95 million on an e-sports arena.
Bullshit! Really the win!
Instead of a fair contract for 1110, ISU spends $44 million on a College of Engineering. Instead of a fair contract for 1110, ISU spends a cool $1 million to buy out the contract of a basketball coach so they can fire him. And then pay $2.5 million to the new coach. Instead of a fair contract for 1110, ISU spends $11.5 million on a training facility they just broke ground on the other day. And they had all these grinning execs in clean suits and sparkling, dirtless shovels. They deserve a thank you. Hey, let no one ever say I didn't say something nice about the executives who run ISU. Thank you so much for showing your priorities once again. On the cusp of the first picket line to come to ISU's campus in, I don't know, ever? I don't know. They prove why it's so needed with such hubris and decadence, such ignorance of the crisis produced by their refusal to bargain fairly with 1110. But 1110 workers know something that apparently ISU admin, but apparently the Kinsey administration does not. AFSCME 1110 is more powerful than Mike Kruger. AFSCME 1110 is more powerful than Provost Tarhuli. AFSCME 1110 is stronger than President Kinsey. Stronger than the Board of Trustees. Because 1110 has the power to shut ISU down. To bring university operations to a halt. We know that without the workers in 1110, we wouldn't have food prepared or dishes cleaned. We wouldn't have the grounds maintained. We wouldn't have bathrooms or showers cleaned. The trash taken out. 1110's ability to stop university operations is powerful. But strikes are most successful when other workers show up in solidarity to the picket line. And don't just show up by yourself, bring some workers with you. If you're a teacher, take time out of your class to talk to your students about how you can all be in solidarity. If you're a student, ask your professor if you can have a minute or two to give an announcement about 1110 and why you should come out and support them. Solidarity forever. Thank you, 1110, for reminding us. We, the workers of ISU, hold the most power on campus when we decide to come together, to collectively organize and demand that the people who have built their wealth on our exploitation give us our fair share. And if you don't, we will stop your university in its tracks. We will withhold our labor, remind ISU, remind President Kinsey, remind the Board of Trustees. ISU works because we do. And if 1110 doesn't get a fair contract, they're gonna strike and shut this campus down. Solidarity!